But I'm excited to be here with you guys. Happy Friday. If anyone's feeling brave, put some of your gratitudes or goals in that chat box. It's fun for everyone to hear and kind of feed off of that. So when I first got into the business, so George sat Dylan, my husband, and then Doug Orchard down. And we went over, he wrote down and he said, okay, here's what you need to know in order to master this business. These are the 12 fundamental skill sets. And I know in trainings we've talked about this, but what was funny is we went through all those 12 skill sets or fundamentals, and then I went into title insurance instead of real estate. Did that for a few years, and now I've been recruiting for almost 2 years. So what's funny though is that I've noticed is that even though it's a different field within the real estate industry, it's still the same exact skill sets. And what I think influences all of your business are 4 things. So 1, your mindset, then your prospecting, your lead generation, your lead follow-up, and then your closing. And doing these 4 things in sync is really going to get you the results that you wanted. I mean, I know it's definitely worked for me. Just even this last month, I recruited 11 agents based on these same fundamental skill sets. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is our head, where is our head? Where is our mind right now? A great question to ask yourself every single day is, what am I doing to get my head in the right space? What are you really being active about? Are you doing affirmations? Are you exercising? Are you meditating? Maybe it's just listening to fun music. I know for me, that's something that really influences my energy. So when I was in title insurance, someone told me this career is kind of like a battlefield of broken promises, which is funny because I feel like any sales industry can sometimes feel like that, where you just feel like you're kind of being told something, then something else happens all the time by the clients you're trying to work with. So getting your mindset right will really help protect you from that feeling. Okay, a few things that I do each day. So 1, again, telling myself, okay, what am I going to do today to influence my mindset for positive? I remember driving to an appointment with a big agent, and I was really nervous, a little freaked out. And so I put on some AC/DC Thunderstruck and just kind of jammed out in the car for a minute. And it really had the ability, when I couldn't pull myself out of that nervousness, to just get confidence and kind of move through with the presentation. So this is an assignment. This is fun. Write down 3 affirmations that will get you to do what you know you need to do. Obviously, we know this, but your mind, the human brain, what it does to protect itself is make sure that you're in a place of comfort. Okay, this is how it, keeps you from getting anxious or anxiety or depression and things like that. And it's a good thing, but when we're trying to grow and grow our income, grow our skill sets, and improve our life, that gets in the way. Okay, so you have to sell your own brain on why you should prospect, on why you should get on the phone and talk to people. So you need to have reasons to actually do that. And that's really what affirmations are. It's reasons to help you believe why you should be doing what you should be doing. Okay, so 3 affirmations I actually have in sticky notes in my office right now is 1, people need to be in this company because I know it changes their lives. 2, I'm more committed to my dreams and my goals than I am to staying in my comfort zone. That one's right on my phone right now because I tend to just get a little nervous about, just like anyone, right? Kind of facing that rejection. And then the 3rd one, this comes from a Tony Robbins quote, which I really love. And he talks about how if you will have an amazing life, if you do more than anyone else would expect you to do. So that 3rd affirmation is, I expect more for myself than anyone else. So I encourage you guys too, just write some sticky notes, get those affirmations and keep them in front of you to make sure that your headspace is in the right place. Every day I'm realizing how much your mindset controls everything. It's truly the dominating thoughts of your mind are creating, just like we say in the morning affirmations, create your life and the results that you have in them. Okay, so once we have our headspace in the right place, then that brings us to prospecting. Okay, the most common question I usually get from agents when I'm coaching them or recruiting them is, okay, I want to prospect, I want to grow my business, but who do I talk to? What sources of business do I get? And this was actually, I think somebody, probably George, talked about this in a training once. We went through 3 different categories of getting business. So I'm going to write these on the board. Hopefully you can see them. Okay. So 3 categories. There's the passive category. Okay. The idea of passive, meaning anything in this category is you're doing it, but it's not guaranteeing any sort of sale, any sort of contact information, nothing there. So some good examples could be like social media. Okay. Meaning posting, you've probably all done this. Hey guys, I just got into the real estate business, or I have a goal to help this many people. Let me know if there's anyone I can do to help you. Great. So nothing bad, it's just there and it's not really guaranteeing anything. It could also be something like paying for advertisements. So advertisements, if I could spell. So advertisements, maybe you're buying a page in a newsletter or a newspaper or some sort of ad on a billboard. You know, again, it's not guaranteeing anything. You're not getting anything physical in return, but it could be a great thing for you and your business and could potentially generate some business, okay? Then you have your future business. Okay. So future business, this could be like your sphere of influence. It could be just listed, just sold. So the idea of future business is that it's really you're filling that pipeline of business. You know, maybe these people won't be ready to buy or sell right now, but you know that they will, and these people will say, hey, maybe in a few months, maybe 3 months down the road, 6 months, you're filling that pipeline. So sphere of influence, obviously everybody should be working their sphere. I don't care if you're new to Utah, you have a sphere, work it. Okay, sphere of influence, just listed, just sold. You could also even do farming. What's funny is that I think there's a theme with top producers that I see, and I've spent a lot of time really studying what do top producers do. There's a theme of them, one, working their sphere of influence, but really creating that into a farm where maybe it's a certain geographic area where they're just truly the master of. When they email, they send mailers, they door knock, they call that area. When anything real estate related comes up, they're the person to go to. Okay, so farming. And then we have, I'm going to turn my camera a little bit. Then we have active business. So active business, that's basically any sort of business where you know that that person has a real estate need, and it's really just about you being chosen for the job. Okay, so some examples of that could be for sale by owners, expireds. It could be internet leads. And the difference between internet leads and social media, you know, maybe you're paying for ads on Facebook, but again, you're getting somebody to enter into their contact information onto your website. So it's an actual physical lead that we all know you need to call as quickly as possible. It could be even renters. I mean, I think there are very few renters that want to stay renting for a long time. It's usually just about somebody guiding them in the right direction, helping them see what's possible for them. Okay, so obviously on all of these categories, we could make long lists, but this is more so to help you think and kind of get you focused. I'm a big believer in making sure that you create a business that's protected. So the mistake that a lot of people make is they build their whole business in the passive category, where maybe they just post on social media, they send a newsletter out, they see friends and they talk about real estate at a party. That's good, and it's crazy that it actually works as well as it does. I know lots of agents who do quite a bit of business just on the passive side. The issue is that if we have something like COVID happen, or we have, let's just say, a huge recession that happens again, what happens is that that agent doesn't have the skill sets, the systems, or the structure to be able to make sure their business continues the same throughout that. So when you focus on building your business in the future and the active categories, that's where you truly create a business that's protected and it can thrive through anything. Okay, so the goal, you want to pick 3, I would say no more than 4 areas where you just really want to master in these future and active categories. And then add on this passive stuff. I mean, it's just like a cherry on top, which is really exciting. I know Justin Udy does a ton of marketing. And I think sometimes see top producers who do a lot of marketing and they think, okay, that's the answer. I've got to spend a lot of money to make money, which is, it can be true, but why wouldn't you just build a business that's protected, that doesn't cost you anything, and then be able to add on and then add that creative touch to it? Okay, so there's some ideas for who do I talk to. The next thing is, what do we say when we're calling these people? Okay, so this is a fun one, because this is the fun part where you plan everything out, you map everything out, and then what do we say means we actually have to do something. What I would say to that is the biggest reason that we feel caller hesitancy is usually because we don't know what to say. So some ideas for this. Okay, there's a lot going on in the marketplace. Actually, this would be fun if you guys want to type into the chat box what you're talking to your clients about right now. But I always just say, make it easy. I mean, pick one thing that week that you're going to call everybody and talk to them about. I mean, that's the same thing I do for recruiting. I'm calling this week. I noticed how competitive it is with multiple offers. Yesterday, set 4 appointments, just telling agents how we can help them navigate the market with multiple offers. Okay, just pick something. I mean, maybe this week you're talking about how to help your clients refinance their homes, their mortgages. Maybe you're talking about market conditions. Maybe you're doing Joanna Williams, shout out. She's doing a giveaway for a parade of home tickets. And that's a fun way to call and just say, hey, you know, we're doing a giveaway. If you just even want to buy tickets, this is how you can get them. I can help you with that. Blah, blah, blah. Just make sure that you're bringing something of value. Just like Jason Snell said, I love what he talked about, how he goes, you know, when I reach out to my sphere, I'm not just calling to talk about, okay, hey, remember me, I'm in the real estate business. Whenever you have a friend that's looking to buy or sell, use me. Okay, or again, we're wanting to bring value. So sit down and get really serious about what that value is. Map out maybe the whole month. Okay, this week I'm talking about refis. Next week I'm talking about parade of homes. Then I'm talking about what the market conditions are. Maybe I'm talking about construction projects that are going on in different communities. Maybe I'm calling just listed, just sold. Okay, there's so many ideas. Look in the chat box. I see some things coming through, which is awesome. But then also just talk to agents in the office. You know, we're such an awesome company that you really can do that, and it's unique, where you can go up to any top producer and say, hey, what are some ideas for cultivating business or talking to people? Okay. So, and then the last thing with prospecting, what I would say is you need to know your numbers. And my laptop's gonna die. Can you grab in my purse in my office, just my charger? Thanks. So know your numbers. Okay, so some really important numbers to track would be obviously your contacts that you're making every day, how many appointments you're setting, how many appointments you attended. So contacts, appointments set, appointments attended, contracts you got signed, and then your closings. Okay. We're not going to go a ton into this, but get with a broker. I'm just here with Rick, Ruby, Russ, you know, Jeremy Laguerre, any of these guys. They want to help you create that business plan and help you see that your goals are possible and help you know exactly how to get there. So they'll go with your skill sets, they'll go on your experience level and really break down what that'll look like for you and get really specific on your numbers. Okay. So then that brings us to follow-up now that we've had the initial contact. Follow-up. Okay, again, we're not going to spend a ton of time on this. Thank you. But you need a system, okay? Meaning a CRM. So I really don't care what CRM you use. Just the best one that there is the one that you use, Okay. Obviously, we have Zap for you. Zap does so many amazing things. It's free. You get it with being an agent in our company. I mean, even if you don't have anything, use Zap. It does so many great things. Russ teaches a lot of great classes on how to use it, how to market to your clients, and navigate that. Okay, so use a CRM. Understand that 80% of your closed business comes from your lead follow-up. Whenever I feel worried about following up, it's usually because I'm not clear on what value I'm providing to them, and I don't really know what to say. So again, that brings back to what's your message, making sure you're really clear on that. Okay. Then that brings us to the close. So the close, it really should be just a natural ending to a great presentation. That's what Jeremy Laguerre always says. And I love that because it should feel natural. It should feel easy. Usually if it's not, I've found that I probably haven't done a good enough job at asking questions, at seeing where they're at in the process, at pre-qualifying, and then closing throughout the presentation as well. Okay, so some great ways to see how well you're doing on your presentations, just record yourself. I know no one likes to listen to themselves on camera. You know, I'm even feeling a little intimidated right now. George's picture is like right in front of me. I'm kind of feeling a little pressure, but it's fine. So just know, I mean, the fastest way to get better at something, any broker, any manager, we can all tell you, okay, do this, repeat and affirm, speak with more confidence, fix your tone, whatever. But when you hear it yourself, it'll just connect those dots and help you improve so much faster. So record yourself when you're presenting, and then you'll know how to fix things. But when you're closing, again, ABC, so always be closing throughout the conversation. Maybe you're even throwing a sound bite in saying something like, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, did you know that in the month of April, when most agents were still trying to figure out how to even navigate COVID and still close homes, we as a company closed 500 transactions. You know, let me ask you, is that the kind of assurance you want when working with an agent on the most important property, on the most important investment you make? Okay, yeah, get their commitment for that. Okay, and guys, I just wanna let you know that magical things will happen when you take control of your business and you become really intentional. I've watched the fear and the anxiety and the pressure that can happen in the sales industry because obviously we're commission based. It goes away because you have that structure and you have that consistency, and the ups and downs, it goes away. Okay, it's of course it'll never be easy, but when you even just commit 1 hour a day to prospecting, amazing things will happen. And I know a lot of us are already having great results and not even doing an hour of new prospecting. So just imagine what could happen, especially in this market when such great things are happening and rates are low, and you know, people want to do things in real estate. So just remember, you have a really great responsibility and really great opportunity to help these people, to serve these people. And that should be the reason why you get on the phone.